I don't think we should all just rely on Etsy ads. Even though you might increase your ad spend, it might not necessarily mean you'll get more orders. There's times where I look at my payment account and I am in the negative. This is my second time recording and I'm frustrated, but I'm not gonna let it get to me because positive vibes only. Basically, my mic, it has like a buzzing noise. Every time I put my phone on the tripod, it makes the buzzing noise, but when it's off the tripod, it works perfectly fine. Maybe because my tripod is like squishing my phone to hold on, it's creating these mic issues. I don't know. That's not going to stop me from filming this video today. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking at this video. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you stick around. This channel is called Hair Boss Mindset, where I talk all things aspirations, goals, side hustle, bossing up, making money, that type of thing. So if that's your thing as well, then please do like, comment, share and subscribe and join my little community I am trying to build up. So the topic of today's video, which I've been wanting to film for a while, it's just that I've been waiting to get my data and everything. Are Etsy 30-day ads worth it? And if you're new to my channel, I sell digital products to a certain type of business owner in a certain type of niche, basically Canva templates. I've been doing that since November 2022, and if you'd like to check out my channel, I did track the monthly progress and stats of each of those months. Up until 6 months, I did take a 2-month hiatus. It was supposed to be like 2 weeks, but I basically had a whole shop revamp because my shop was going downhill. So I had a little shop revamp where I duplicated my products, created a few new products, changed my listing photos, played around with new hashtags, kind of new descriptions. So if you'd like to see how that went, then I will also link below the video to that. But yes, that's just a little backstory to me and my Etsy journey. If you don't know, Etsy basically recommends at least 30 days for you to run your ads so that their system can get to understand your shop, see what works best, who to advertise your listings to. I mean, trust me, it was hard at first because I'm like, 30 days as a beginner to give you my money for 30 days. It's a lot, but I have somehow managed to do it 3 times at 3 different rates, and today I want to talk about my experience and share with you my Etsy ad stats. So I run my ads 3 times at 3 different rates, the first being $1 per day, the second being $2 per day, and then the third, which is currently what I'm doing, $5 per day. And the question is, was this worth it? So I'm going to run through each one individually first. So let's get into the first time that I ever ran Etsy ads on my shop, and that was for 40 days between the 23rd of March and the 2nd of May at $1 per day. So that gave me a total of 7,202 views and 167 clicks. And then of that traction that it brought to my shop, I got a total of 4 orders out of an overall 20 orders. While it was happening, I wasn't really paying attention, so I didn't know that 4 orders came from the Etsy ads up until I actually had to sit down and look at my stats to film my monthly Etsy updates. I mean, for $1 per day, I do think 4 orders is good, pretty good, especially for a beginning shop that can boost your shop. I mean, over the 40 days, it is a long time. I mean, for $1 per day, and I'm pretty sure Etsy recommends $3.60 as your baseline for 30 days. Yeah, not too bad for $1 per day, up until you come to my money side of things. So for that $1 per day Etsy ad spend, I had a total ads income of $37.57, spending a total of $40.91, meaning I actually made a loss. I made a loss of $3.34. Do what you will with that information. Was it worth it for $1 per day? Absolutely not. Now, you could put this down to the fact that I only had 40 listings at the time, so maybe my variety wasn't that much. But I mean, considering I did have 20 other orders just from my Etsy shop alone, was the 4 extra orders worth it for a loss of $3.34? No. I mean, it wasn't a huge loss, and it probably brought a little bit more traction to my shop, and I'm pretty sure I did see some people favorite my shop, so maybe people just got to know my shop because of the ads. But in terms of money wise being worth it, totally not. For that month, or for that time period, I had a total income, so overall, of £263.09, and the majority of my, like, the popular source of my clicks was from the Etsy app itself. So that was from people maybe searching or just seeing my listing pop up as they browsed Etsy for whatever they were looking for. So yes, Etsy ads for $1, was it worth it? No. So moving on to the second time that I used Etsy ads, that was the 29th of May to the 25th of June, so a total of 28 days, and that was at $2 per day. That brought me an increased number of views of 9,932. Naturally, the views increased from the $1 per day spend, and considering the time was a little bit less, it maybe was worth going up the extra dollar. And an increase of clicks, I got a total clicks of 227 clicks, and again I got 4 orders. So basically I got the same amount of orders for $2 per day as I would have got for $1 per day, and overall for that time period I got 20 orders. Okay, so let's look at the money side of things. Let's pause for a second, guys. So I actually made a mistake. I accidentally included 1 extra day, so at the end there you can see the extra $4 is not supposed to be included in the day. So this is the actual stats minus 1 day, but in the video I'm actually going off the stats that have the extra day included, so just wanted to mention that. So I had a total ads income $72.93, and to get that income I spent $60 for a total ads revenue of $12.93. In terms of the ads revenue, was it worth it? No, not for me, looking at these numbers. Okay, I mean, looking at the popular source of my clicks, again, it was through the Etsy app. So maybe for those 4 extra orders, I would have either just better have spent $1 per day, or I would have added more listings. I did add more listings. I had around 55 listings, and I know that because during that time is when I was revamping my shop and adding more listings, so I had 55 listings in total. The highest price on my shop is £25, which is like a bundle, like a almost like an ebook, but like a bundle. Even making 1 sale of that product would have got me the same, if not way more revenue that the ads have got me. Was it worth it? Yes and no. Okay, so then for the third time that I am running Etsy ads, which is up until now, I started from the 26th of July up until the 24th of August, which is today. So I'm still currently running these ads for $5 per day. As you can see, as time goes by and you get more comfortable, you do spend a little bit more on ads. As of right now, I'm still only just comfortable spending $5 per day. There's times where I look at my payment account and I am in the negative, and I can't cancel my ads at that point. I just have to keep them running, and then eventually it pays back itself. So I've been running the $5 per day ads for 28 days, and I have 28,700 views as of now, or last night when I was making this. Let me just double check right now. Okay, so I have just double checked and adjusted my numbers. So it's actually been 28 days running $5 ads per day, and the views in total from ads have been at 29,900 views, from 7,000 to now 29,900. It's a jump. So the views have increased, meaning my clicks have increased, but not as drastically as you think they would. 542 in total, and my total orders 13 orders, which is also a bigger jump. I mean, you would think so considering I have upped the ad spend, and that was out of an overall 30 orders total. My orders have gone up for a few reasons. One, my shop revamp, so I already brought in more traction. And if you watch my video in my shop revamp, I did say that, like, I am being shameless. I am now going to start advertising outside of Etsy, because my specific niche of people are not always necessarily found on Etsy. A lot of them are found on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest. I have started to use those platforms to find my potential customers, and that's probably one of the reasons my stats overall have gone up for the month of August and a bit of July. And if you look at my most popular source of clicks, it was cutting close, but direct and other have been my most popular source of clicks, and the biggest being YouTube, because I have been trying to start promoting my Etsy business a little bit more on YouTube. Obviously not this YouTube channel, my other YouTube channel. But yes, and my listings more than doubled from the beginning, where I started with 35 listings, then 40, then 55, and now I have 102 listings from my shop revamp. Yeah, you could attribute all of those things. I mean, the shop revamp, me advertising outside of Etsy, and increasing my ad spend, all of those things have kind of come together to increase my numbers. So looking at the ads income, I had a total ads income of $256.25 and a total ad spend of $134.51, giving me a total ads revenue, the biggest so far, of $141.33. Now, in the grand scheme of things, that's not a lot, considering for the total month's revenue I made £408.59, but it's still a large chunk. In terms of the $5, this has been maybe the most hurtful, because I've now actually been analyzing my ad stats almost daily, because I like to check how much of a payout I'll be getting every day or every few days, and it's a bit hard seeing, like, I don't know, maybe 50 or 60 pounds, and then like I check when it actually reaches my bank and it's slightly lower because of the ads fees. They are a little bit high because it's $5 per day. But yes, that's a little bit disheartening, and considering I did get 29,900 views, technically I should have got a few more orders, but maybe that's just because my niche is so specific, which is what led me to advertising outside of Etsy. So bear that in mind. Even though you might increase your ad spend, it might not necessarily mean you'll get more orders or more revenue, because maybe your product is just not for people on Etsy. I've seen the largest increase in my revenue because of going out to find my specific niche customers, because they're just scattered. So yes, in total, from the 3 time periods I used Etsy ads, I made a total of £150 from a total ad spend of £235. And then adding up my total month's revenue, so ads plus my normal revenue, was £959.40. So 16% of that total revenue came from ads. Okay, so that's basically my Etsy 30-day ads experience that I experienced 3 times with 3 different rates per day. Was it worth it? I do believe it can be worth it, but only if you increase your ad spend. So at the bare minimum, maybe do try Etsy's $3.60 per day. I would say the $5 per day is kind of worth it. You won't make a lot of profit, but you'll see better stats for your shop. Your shop will get more exposure. Profits should increase a little bit. Depending on which niche you're in or which area of Etsy you're in, you could do really well with just $5 per day. Just going off of my experience with the $5 per day, I'm not sure about anybody else's experience. And make sure that you have enough listings on your shop. If you're going to run the $5 ads per day, maybe just run it for like a week and see what's working. If something is working really well for like a week or 2, pause your ads and add more listings. Add anything similar to what is working for you, so that as you keep running the ads, you'll just make more and more revenue. Etsy 30-day ads, was it worth it? Overall, yes, but with caution and with strategy, and maybe not so much the $1 and $2 ads per day. At least start with the $3.60 per day, and then I would say the $5 ads per day have been worth it, because I've had people favoriting my listings, viewing my shop. Maybe if they don't favorite my listing, they'll kind of get an overall feel of my shop. I have pretty good reviews, so that also helps. When it's bringing in traction, people will just trust your shop more. But yes, please let me know your experience with Etsy ads. It is a bit scary, you know, seeing the money go every single day. I've seen people doing what, up to $50-$60 per day, even in the hundreds. Like, those are crazy levels for me. Going up to $10 per day, would I do that? I don't know. Right now, I just want to focus on advertising outside of Etsy, because that is what has been working for me. Like, there's so much competition on Etsy, and if you know where your customers are, then by all means go to them. If your customers are on Etsy, go to them. If they're outside of Etsy, then please do start advertising your shop outside of Etsy. Make an Instagram, make a Pinterest, make a TikTok, make anything that will find you more customers, because I don't think we should all just rely on Etsy ads. At the end of the day, it is a business, so you need to market your business any way you can. I think that's my rambling done, guys. Please, of course, do let me know and share your own experiences with Etsy ads. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.